another video review. This time it is the new models that just came out. These arrived about an hour ago. So first, the Intrepid, or it's hard to say if it's Intrepid class, since the Intrepid class that we know of was in Star Trek Voyager, which was set in the 24th century. This Intrepid class appeared in the 2nd century, and not a lot really known about it. It only really appeared twice in Star Trek Enterprise, in the episode The Expanse and Twilight. Essentially, the ship is kind of a low warp vessel. I think maybe warp 2 or 3. I'm not sure if they got upgraded to a warp 5 engine. They might have. To be honest, there really isn't a whole lot known about them. Other than they were, just like the NX class, they were pre-Federation, early Starfleet ships. And the design really is quite unique. Due to like the kind of the horseshoe-like design, but like the Ferengi Marauder design. But more kind of the way the source of section angles here is very nicely done. I actually don't mind seeing these ships reappear in proper Star Trek. It's a very interesting design. This is quite unique in its own way. Well, being very reminiscent of the NX class design. It really is quite beautiful. In its own way. There's no name on the hull, but I suppose, I guess that will let people name the ship to their own liking. I don't know what kind of name I'll give it. I like it. It's very plain in design. I guess because on the show we didn't actually see a huge amount of the model itself. What we saw was very interesting, very unique. Quite fond of this model. It's a nice little model. The next one, the Malon Freighter, which they were introduced in Star Trek Voyager. Essentially, the Malon are, I guess you could say, they're a bit like rubbish collectors. Except with the Malon, they essentially dump in antimatter waste, and this antimatter waste is quite toxic, very toxic. And from what we were introduced with many of the freighter captains was that very few of them had any scruples about dumping the waste anywhere. They would just dump it and not care. Their ships were generally always filthy. There was grime everywhere. They were just dingy, dirty ships. But then I guess importing antimatter waste was a dirty business, and a very dangerous one. The model it's a small model. It's a very interesting kind of design. Well, it won't exactly win any beauty contests, that's for sure. In Star Trek Voyager, I saw that they were pretty big ships. And they had a fair bit of power to them. Like the antimatter charges and various other weapons. And you did not want one of these exploding in your face, that's for sure. some reason my model came with a tiny little extra part, one of these. From what I can see in the model, nothing's fallen off. So it must just be an inadvertent extra. It's a really interesting model. There's actually a lot of design in this one. Unlike the Intrepid, which is quite plain in design, but does it very well. This model actually has a lot of little details. Like up here and here on the containers. It really is very good. There's even a little bit of blue there. It's actually an extremely interesting an attempt to try and do the Malon ship. Well, that's both these models. They're both good. I'm quite fond of both of them. One of the next models, which is out next month, is the Enterprise C. So yay! We haven't received these models yet. I'm sure they'll arrive soon. They're both good little models. They'll both be quite unique in your collection. There's not really a huge amount more to be said. It's just nice little models. The Malon ship has a lot of detail, while the Intrepid, not so much on the detail front, but the design is quite unique. This is Elena Watt signing off for this month. Good little models. Hope people enjoy them.